We're going to start with, and I'm going to show you this. I'm showing you this just because 2022, as you can see, I haven't made any notes on this because I haven't gotten back that far. But these are the 4 times that BTT, so they're both SU, that BTT was here in 2022. That's the furthest that we can go back on flight radar. Now we're going to go into 2023, and I have included notes that I think might be relevant to the story. So in 2023, Charlie Kirk, I went back on his X feed, and he is hitting hard on Ukraine. I mean, like, he's tweeting out photos of Zelensky half naked because, he used to be an actor. Obviously, he's a homosexual male. He's basically demanding, keep this up the whole time, guys. I want them to be able to look through this. He's basically demanding that we pull out of the Ukrainian war. He's accusing Ukraine and Zelensky of corruption, of financial fraud, of money laundering. You go back and he's just basically declared war on the Ukrainian war, figuratively speaking, okay? And he's not siding on Team Ukraine. He's not pro-Russia, but he's not Team Ukraine. I think that's relevant, obviously, because when you talk about money laundering around Ukraine and Romania, you're actually stepping on the heels of America, right? You're actually, that's not something that you can just say when you run this pro-American organization, given the fact that these people run our government. January 10th to 19th, I'm going to also say that I think this is relevant. Rob McCoy hosts the first ever Turning Point USA Faith Pastors Tour of Israel. He's guiding a group of pastors through Jerusalem. On February 20th, I think this might be relevant because the same people that infiltrated or hostilely took over James O'Keefe were involved with Turning Point USA. James O'Keefe was the founder and the president of Project Veritas, and he and Charlie and myself all met at the same time in November. That David Horowitz Freedom Center event that I was telling you about. James O'Keefe was really young, so we all kind of came up in this movement together and have always been very defensive of one another. So on January 20th, there's this like hostile takeover, what appears to the public at least is a hostile takeover of Project Veritas. James O'Keefe gets pushed out. He's ousted from the board of his own company, and Charlie publicly announces his support for what he perceives, like the rest of the world perceived, was a bit of a hostile takeover. Okay? February 21st, we now have BND, okay? It flies into St. Louis, Missouri, and it lands at 2:38 p.m., and it's going to stay until May. The blue one you're going to see stays longer when it arrives, and then the yellow one will come behind it. BTT will come behind it.